What up, guys? So today's video is inspired by a conversation that I had with a group of friends of mine about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And basically, I can't remember who it was in the group, but one of them started talking about scars. And another member in the group was talking about how when she had a baby, she had a C-section. The thing that hit me was the fact that she thought it was really ugly. And that to me was just crazy. Like, I didn't understand how she saw it as something ugly. To me, the scar itself was beautiful. The fact that it represented that she had a baby, and the reason why she has that scar is because of the baby. In a sense, it's sort of like a token or a memory of the childbirth. So to me, that was just something that I thought was pretty cool, but she didn't see it that way. She saw it as something that was hideous, something that was ugly, something that made her feel very self-conscious, especially when she was saying she wore bathing suits or something like that. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic in today's video, because to me, I've never experienced or thought of scars in a negative way, if that makes sense. Like, I've always looked at scars as something, I wouldn't say positive, because obviously at the time when you got this guy, it probably wasn't that great, but I've never looked at it in a negative way. As in, I've never looked at a scar and thought, oh, that person's scar is hideous, or oh, the scar on my body is disgusting. I've always looked at scars as a sort of token or a sort of memento of something that happened. And even when I was younger, like I remember at the ages of like 5 or 6, I was like a really hyperactive little child, so I was really crazy. I used to do so many stupid things, but there was this specific time I remember I used to be in love with this sort of superhero action figure called Action Man. And Action Man, one of the cool things about him facially was that he had a scar on the side of his cheek. And because I liked Action Man, I thought that scar was awesome. Okay, so now let me explain my opinion on why I think scars are amazing. And the reason why I think scars are amazing is for two main reasons. The first reason is if that scar has come about from some sort of injury or illness or something like that. Because to me, it's a sort of reminder that you had an injury or an illness or something, and you've recovered from it. As they say, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. For example, on my knee, I have 2 really big scars. The scars are quite long and they're very obvious, but I look at it as something amazing because, you know, those scars represent me breaking my left femur. And when I broke my femur, all the doctors said, you know, you may not probably be able to properly run again. You might not be able to, you know, do climbing, any kind of things like that. But after, you know, recovery, I was able to do all of that because I really pushed myself. And to me, it's like a sort of token, a sort of, you know, badge of honor that I overcame that horrible year and that horrible experience. And so to me, when I look down at it, I think, you know, that tells a really cool story. And this brings me on to my second point, that scars can also have a sort of, you know, stupid memory or like crazy experience when you got that scar. Like, for example, I have this scar on the left side of my ribcage. I'll give you the background story behind this. So I was in Egypt in a place called Safaga, which is very close to Sharm el-Sheikh, in case you don't know where Safaga is, which you probably don't. And I was on vacation there with my cousin Abdul and my cousin Dina and their mother, my auntie Nuni. We were all going for like these sort of deep sea scuba diving sort of trips because there's a lot of amazing sea life there. So I decided one day that I wanted to go scuba diving in this very reefy sort of corally region of the, you know, the Red Sea, because a lot of the divers who go there told me that there's a lot of, you know, really cool fish that you won't really see anywhere else in the world. So I was really excited to go. And so we went scuba diving, and the instructor told us, you know, don't get too close to the reef. You know, when waves come, they can push you into it and, you know, you can get hurt. But being the typical kid that I was, I just didn't listen. Like, I just went closer and closer to the coral. And then a massive wave came and I literally slammed straight into the coral. And when I got into shore and I had to remove my clothes so that they could get to it, it was a very deep gash on the side of my ribcage. And because it was fire coral as well, when you get out of the sea, it stings. Now you might be thinking, how is that a fun, exciting story? You know, you got really hurt. But the funny, exciting story behind that is the fact that the next 3 days of my holiday was just me and my cousin cracking up jokes, and I was just constantly having, you know, the belly laughs you get, you know, when you just can't control your laughter. And I was literally like slapping him, telling him, please stop making me laugh because it's really hurting. And the scar just kind of reminds me of that time with my cousin. So that's why I look at scars in a positive way. Anyway, I hope now that you've heard my point of view on scars, that it's hopefully changed your opinion or made you feel more positive if you feel self-conscious about your scars, because they're freaking amazing. You should be proud of your scars. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. And also, don't forget to let me know down in the comments below any scars that you might have and the story behind them, because I'm really interested to know. And I'll see you guys very soon. Karimchii out.